time, they were flowing. Like, putting goals on the board, defense was communicating. We had an experienced goalie in the cage, and I think that the team chemistry between all these guys upside is very high. So it was really awesome to see all these guys play and grow as a team this year, and this is the future of Lacrosse here. So. Big thanks, especially to all you guys directly, because you guys put in the work. And I know it's tough, like with the amount of coaches we had, and having to split the field half the time with the girls, and the amount of reps you guys get, not complaining too much, always keeping your head up, grinding, getting the extra work on the side. So those little things, I just want you to know all of our coaches, we all appreciate that. And we see a great future for every single one of you guys for the Lacrosse, all right? Thank you guys. And on top of that, you guys get more of your friends to come out next year. Yeah? So we can have bigger rosters, more numbers, solidified JV team, all of that. All right, now on to the varsity. All right. Hey, little points about the varsity. I know last year I also said high points within the program. We exceeded them even more this year. Last year we finished top 25, exactly 25. This year, top 25 again at number 22. So just improving each and every year with these guys, and seeing that growth within the seniors these last 4 years, and then all these underclassmen that have been stepping up and getting the varsity play reps this year. Like, that was awesome to see, and keep this up, and we're going to be creeping up in the top 10 in San Diego soon. So seeing a little bit of growth from here. And on the future, I will start with our underclassmen. So freshmen and sophomores from varsity, come on up here. Yeah, no, extremely blessed to have these young guys on our varsity squad this year. Seeing the growth of David from last year on JV, stepping up being the only sophomore on varsity this year, was awesome to see. And on top of it, getting 3 stud freshmen coming in, awesome. Caleb picking it up with LSM, especially towards the end of the year with injuries, having him to step up and take a lot of varsity reps at long stick midfielder. It's definitely big time, and couldn't have asked more from Caleb. So, and then Chris as well. I had Bryce, the privilege to coach Bryce these last 2 years, and all of a sudden his brother comes in, hearing about this young lefty related to Bryce. I'm like, oh, that's good. Sure enough, also another blessing to have a solid, solidified lefty on that left side attack. Only a big future ahead of him. So. Shout out to Finn. And then Big Dom and the goalie. Can't really say much more about Dom, but the goalie position is probably the toughest position out there. And being the head coach for the last 7 years, it is so hard to get a kid to step up and play goalie. Especially early on at JV. This year we kind of had to convince some guys when Dalton was down for injury. We had to get some guys literally begging people. It's like, if you don't have a goalie, you can't play. So all of a sudden come in this year and you're like, hey, you got a 6'2", 180-pound goalie. Like, what the heck? That's crazy. And sure enough, Dom shows up and starts lining it up in practice first day. And I'm like, oof. Stress off my shoulders for sure. So big shout out to Dom as well. So thanks. We'll go one by one here. Ben Walden. Can I get all my juniors up here? All the juniors? Now we got the big chunk of guys here, the juniors. Yeah. You know, the seniors carved the path, these guys are taking it over from here next year. Right? We got a big junior class, all very solid players, so I'm only looking for even better growth next year out of all these guys. I'll keep it short because there's all you guys here, but just know every single one of you guys were a key part of this team all year long, and only going to be even more key part next year. So we got to take that jump next year into senior year and become next level and be leaders of this team. And that's what I'm excited to see out of every single one of you guys next year. So thank you, juniors. Noah Schrader. Dante Painter. Bryce Walton, J.R. Thompson, Ryan Denhoff, Eddie McCormack, Josh Yates, Gabe Nichols, and Jeremy Navarez. Last but not least, let me get my seniors up here. And what an awesome group of seniors to have. It was awesome to have Logan come out this year for a first-year player as a senior. That little bit of depth and his athleticism helped us a lot in the midfield. Would love to have him all 4 years, but you know, most guys that come out their senior year, they all say the same thing. I wish I would have played all 4 years. It's a great sport. Glad you came out. Glad you made it work, and that was awesome. And then Davin, first year last year, Austin carries on to his senior year. Steps up as one of our leaders of our defense. Heck of a senior year for Davin. Put up numbers on the GBs, on takeaways. Big step up from last year, like for sure. So definitely a good anchor of our defense. Someone we will miss for sure. And then the next four, Blake, Cohen, Bruin, Caleb, 4-year varsity players, 4 captains of our team, 4 seniors. Couldn't have asked for better leaders for this team. So big round of applause for them for sure. Yeah, so thank you guys. I know that a lot of these younger guys, they look up to you, for sure. You guys put a good impression on them. Showed what Lacrosse can be like. You guys put points on the board, put stats up. You guys were nice in practice. You guys were leaders. You guys they look up to you, and hopefully you guys feel the same. You guys can make these guys proud when you guys get into your guys' senior as well. Try to get a better record than them. We'll start off with Caleb Thorne. Caleb was right before this, so I just found out all league nominations. Davin Reedy, honorable mention, all league. Bruin Ford, first Morgan Goya, also forgot one more league nomination. Dante Painter was second team all-league midfielder as well. As well as Dominic was honorable mention goalie. So congratulations to all of you guys as well. Awesome accomplishment, especially our Hills League. Like we got Granite and Santana, two dominant D1 teams. They kind of take up most of the spots, but this year I was able to get you guys first and second team spots, which is cool. That's because of you guys also. All right, now we'll get on to the award part of this. The first two awards I'm going to give out are the Lacrosse Coaches Award. Give these ones out to basically players who, it's like more of a most improved award, I'd say, but also just showed great teamwork, effort, attitude, and all that throughout the whole season. Great guys to be around, great guys to coach. Starting off with definitely the great guy in the motivation circle of the team, J.R. Thompson. And then we'll go to the other side of the ball, carrying our defense with intensity, attitude, and leadership. This is his first senior year, he stepped up big time, definitely took control of the defense, made things happen, and on top of that, always had a smile on his face, make you guys laugh. Great teammate, great guy, Davin Reedy. All right, next up, our Offensive Rookie of the Year. Spoke about him a little bit, came in, didn't know too much about him except for a little bit of word of mouth. Sure enough, he had to miss the first game for some reasons, and got that figured out. Sure enough, he stepped on the field, put up 3 goals his first game, a little hat trick, and then carried on the momentum the rest of the season. I think he ended with 23 goals, I think. So pretty up there, and as a freshman, there's only room to grow from here, and that's Finn Walton. And then our Defensive Rookie of the Year. Probably no surprise here. Pretty much a showstopper for our defense. Made things happen when we weren't expecting it. All of a sudden they have a fast break and it's like, oh, now they scored again. And then bang, stuff, bang, stuff. And, obviously from those terms you kind of get the understanding that this is Dominic Cornelison. Now on to Offensive Player of the Year.
Come on.
This one was tough. We had a lot of playmakers on offense getting stuff done. This one definitely translated more into playing a little bit of both sides of the ball. He was a guy that we relied on to clear the ball for us. He got it from defense to offense pretty effectively most of the time. And then on offense, he was really our secondary goal scorer towards the end of the year there in the league play, making things happen. A lot of people kind of just probably overlooked him in his play because they'd see Broom going around taking the ball and then kind of forget about his play, and all of a sudden the ball's in the back of the net. And number 2 is jogging off the sideline. So this is going to be Offensive Player of the Year, Dante Painter. Our Defensive Player. Also, probably not much of a surprise here. This guy, 4-year defensive player. This will be his second time winning this award. Definitely a game changer on defense. For the most part, probably the stats don't show it all, but when you're put against the best offensive player on every single team, every game, and only holding them to so much goals, who really cares about how many takeaways you have or how many clear goals you have? You're shutting down their best player most of the time every game. That's a huge accomplishment. And this award goes to Caleb Thorne. And then last but not least, our most valuable player. I could say so much about this kid, okay? About the last 4 years of his play, to the records he's broke, to the future that he's going to have in lacrosse. Honestly, been a blessing and so grateful to coach this kid, and I know all the other coaches would say the same thing. I guess I'll keep it short, but this is Mr. 3-time most valuable player, Bruin Ford, California Blues. Let me get one last round of applause for all the players. Yeah, no, you guys put on a heck of a season and definitely looking forward to the future. So you guys put in the work this summer, get some more players out here, and let's grow this program even more and more. All right, guys? Thank you. Just a little quick thing, I'm going to call up our team managers, Abby and Nick. So much help this year. The little things that they do, scoreboard and all that, definitely probably pretty stressful, especially those first couple of games. I'm looking over there, the scoreboard's not starting, they're like, what am I doing? I'm like, walk over there, just press the button real quick. It's just, you gotta stand up sometimes to get the signal. But they figured it out. Towards the end of the year, our home games, no issues. I don't think I turned around here once. And stats were good, scores were good, appreciate it a lot, so thank you girls, appreciate you guys. Who's coming up first? Looks like Tori. Tori's gonna come up first, say some words.
I just wanted to say a special shout out to Christina. She was a ringleader of all this, and we really appreciate her. We could not have had everything going without her, so. And also, Mona. Get up here. Yes, you helped us so much for senior night. Thank you so much for making these amazing things for us and for making our boys' season amazing.
And I just want to bring up all 4 coaches. So, as helping this year, I've seen how much more, I've always appreciated them and know how amazing they are, but after dealing with the school and everything you could have go wrong, like, it's just so amazing to have coaches that can step in and do this for our boys, because having someone for them to look up to is pretty awesome. And I know Caleb would come home and talk about drills they did and different things, and I just can't thank you guys enough for everything you've poured into my son for 4 years and all these other kids. And I'm just super excited for this program and to see where it's going to go. And maybe next year you'll see me out in the field trying to do the scoreboard and stuff, because I'm gonna miss it. But yeah, so I just want to thank you guys, and parents next year step up and help these guys, because it is so much work, and they can't do it all, and it's super helpful to help. So thank you guys.
Thank you all again for coming. Grab the rest of the desserts, and there's some more tacos outside if you're still hungry, and that's it for us. Thank you all.
Seniors, you can take your banners off the wall, and you can have the banners here, but not the stands. And parents, you can take any of the pictures on the tables, but please leave the balls and all the centerpieces. Thank you all.